Hey party people! It's Tuesday, April 18th, 2017 at 5:52 p.m. And look at this kick-ass shirt I got! Yas queen! Yas queen! So excited. I got it in the mail today. My birthday's next Tuesday. I have no idea who sent this to me. I literally have no idea who bought this for me, but I am living for it, and it is great because that's like the gayest way to spell queen. Like, I love it. Kween, yes. So I love my shirt. But okay, so today I wanted to talk about therapy and how that's been going, and some skills that I've been learning, and why I think my life is kind of in a better place. I don't really know where this video is going, but I'm going to talk, and we're going to figure out what to talk about. So oh my God, there's blowing up my phone. So I have been doing this type of therapy called DBT, which stands for Dialectical Behavioral Therapy. And this is a therapy that was originally created for people with borderline personality disorder. I know that it has like branched out to help different types of disorders and stuff, but it was actually created for BPD, which I think is kind of cool because I actually have BPD, so I'm like using it to the max. Yes. So basically there's 4 different like modules of DBT, and the first module is mindfulness, and then distress tolerance, interpersonal relations, and emotion regulation. So I did the mindfulness stage, and I'm starting the distress tolerance tomorrow. The whole motto of DBT is a life worth living. It was created by Marshall Linehan. I don't know when, who gives a fuck. This isn't a history lesson, but like not too long ago. I would say at least like maybe 15 years ago. And basically, mindfulness is all about allowing your emotions that you're having in the moment to just happen, and to not judge them, to not question them, but to just allow the emotions to occur, whether that emotion be anger, fear, sadness, anxiety, happiness, confusion, really powerful emotions, depression, stuff like that. And basically you just learn to be able to just feel it. Don't judge it, just feel it. So this skill of mindfulness has been very helpful to me in terms of dealing with like my urges of self-harm and stuff, because I've learned that it's okay to feel like I want to self-harm, and it's okay to be disappointed and feel guilty or angry if I happen to do self-harm. And instead of judging the behavior or judging the emotions, you just kind of let it be. You kind of just let it be like a passing cloud in the sky, and eventually the feeling will go away. But the most wonderful thing that I learned about DBT that I kind of want to talk about and share with the world is this concept called metta, also known as loving kindness. And this is a Buddhist concept. The cool thing about DBT is it's rooted in Buddhism. So mindfulness is like a Buddhist practice. And this notion of metta is really cool because what it's doing is it's putting out positive energy towards yourself, loving kindness towards yourself, and loving kindness to the world. And I think it's really cool because one of the exercises is to like practice loving kindness for yourself. So you kind of repeat mantras like, I am deserving of love. I am an intelligent person. I have a lot to give, whatever. But the difficult thing is that you put out loving kindness to maybe people that you don't like so much, or maybe a stranger, maybe the cashier at the deli. You practice this loving kindness to the people around you, and it's actually scientifically proven to help your quality of life. So I think that's pretty cool, that just being mindful and being giving to people can help your mental health. You know, you might be struggling as a motherfucker, but try and put some kindness out to the world for the people that are struggling as much as you, maybe not struggling as much as you, maybe struggling worse than you, and just put out love. Now, I'm not saying do loving kindness to Donald Trump if you don't want to do that, because that's totally fine. But maybe start with someone that you don't have strong feelings of hatred for or discontent, but maybe someone that like you kind of don't like, or maybe someone that you see around a lot, and just take a minute and just, you know, put out some positive vibes for this person and see how you feel afterwards. Because I guarantee you, if you really take the time and not just say, oh, I wish you the best, if you really take like a minute or so to really let that sink in and allow that to really run through you, I think I get really calm and I feel better in the moment. So that's what loving kindness is. There's great meditations on YouTube for it that I listen to before I'm going to bed that are really beautiful. So that's really what I've taken away from DBT so far. And I'm interested to start this next module of distress tolerance, because that's all about dealing with those impulsive urges that we have, whether it's to self-harm or you're suicidal or to binge drink or to do drugs or to be, you know, having sex, like dangerous, promiscuous sex. I think it's learning to sit through those emotions. Especially it's important for dissociation, how to deal with these powerful, strong emotions in a conducive way that will not hurt yourself or hurt your recovery. So I'm really excited to learn about that. I'm 46 days clean of self-harm, and I've only had one urge in those 46 days, and that was like last week or the week before. And it was pretty bad because I really thought that I was going to self-harm. But I didn't because I didn't want to, because I didn't want to have to feel what that relapse would be like after so long. And I didn't want to have to deal with, you know, putting bandages on my arm and having to be reminded. And, you know, because like truth of the matter is I have enough scars on my wrists to look at and remind me what I've done to my body that quite frankly I don't really want to add anymore. Like my collection is complete. You know, I'm fucking Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Don't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has scars on her arms? Yeah, that's me, except I'm not a girl. But that's basically what's going on. So I had an urge, but I used my mindfulness skills, and I prevailed in that moment. That's not to say that I'm never going to self-harm again. That's not to say that I'm like cured for life, but in that moment I succeeded and I'm proud of myself. I think this was actually at 40 days, so not too long ago. It was last week, yeah, because I remember I was saying I wanted to make it to day 41 because I was like really triggered by something somebody said online. So yeah, I feel like I'm doing really well with that. And as far as like the drinking goes, that's almost like non-existent, and that's been a really interesting change. Because, and I don't really like talking about my drinking, but basically I was like a functioning alcoholic for, I don't know, like for sure since December, but even before then. December it got really ugly, but I started drinking again after being 8 months sober. You know, by my own decision, not like I relapsed or anything. It was my own decision to start drinking again, probably back in August. And I fell apart, and I used to be drinking every single day without fail, every night, to the point that I would get like shit-faced drunk alone in my room. I would drink like half a bottle of bourbon. I would go through like a 2-liter of my mixer, which is Mountain Dew, in like a day and a half. Like I was just going through soda and just going through calories and just like really hurting my body and not being very kind to it. So, you know, I'm hoping that now that I'm not drinking, I'll A, have a little bit more money, and B, I'll be able to lose some of the 17 pounds that I gained over the past 3 months due to my depression. You know, that's really detrimental and difficult to deal with because I do have, you know, body image issues and eating disordered behaviors and stuff like that. So It's been a struggle. I'd say that's like the biggest thing that I'm dealing with now is I'm trying to get to the place where I can have a job, and I'm trying to work on my body image, and I'm trying to get in a healthier spot physically. So it was nice today because I set goals with my therapist, just little goals like drink more water, go for more walks, try and cut down on soda, like little small goals that I think I should be able to manage, that in the end I think will actually make a gigantic difference in my weight. So that's kind of what's going on. That's been my therapy journey. I do go to therapy twice a week, and I go to a support group once a week. So I'm pretty much going to therapy about 3 times a week. And I used to see my psychiatrist weekly. So I used to be in therapy like 4 times a week, but now it's down to 3. So I'm really putting in the work to get better. Like, this certainly was not an overnight change in any way. I've had to work very hard to get to where I am now and to be auditioning again and getting acting work. And, it's been really a struggle. And, I'm going to have more down points, and life is a roller coaster in general, but especially when you have bipolar disorder and then borderline and anxiety and OCD and all the other mental illnesses that I have, it is going to be a roller coaster. But right now, things are going really well, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the support that I have in my life. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my YouTube friends, for people supporting me and loving me through this really difficult time. I'm really quite lucky. So that's kind of a recap of the things that I've learned in therapy and kind of where my mental health is right now. Overall, I'm doing pretty good. So I really can't complain about a lot in my life, except I need a job because I'm poor as a motherfucker. So, all right. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. If you want to know more about DBT, I'd be more than glad to share some insight on what I've experienced, and I'll keep you guys posted as I start this next module of DBT. All right. Bye.